and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport for some more multiplayer racing. Now, when I try to come up with the regulations for these, I like to, try and force people to run different types of cars, types of vehicles that you might not normally see. So, for this week, we were racing A-Class cars, which admittedly we do race quite a lot of, but they had to be all-wheel drive. In general, all-wheel drive fallen out of favour in this game. It eats up too much PI for it to ever really be worth it. While there are the odd occasions where they're not too bad, generally not the best. And the vehicles were not allowed to run on slick tyres. The race tyres are pretty much always the way to go with these builds. So, by forcing those two things, we were hopefully going to see some different stuff. And I struggled to build a car for this, but ended up opting for a 323. For our first race, we are relatively far back in the pack. We're at Sebring. I don't know. Actually, not quite far back. Don't quite know how we're going to fare in this one. We will have to wait and see. We are mighty fast in a straight off the line. This is a red. Okay, the Elan is going to be lighter than me, but otherwise, we are probably one of the lighter vehicles here. 2000 and the Alfa Romeo. Typically, I found the really light cars around me, but yeah, about 2,300 pounds. We are relatively light, so I'm kind of expecting this to be a handling-y car. You don't clonk the RX-7. Yeah, expect this to be a relatively a little bit of the lag jitters going on. That being said, this thing seems mighty accelerating. It might be kind of, it's still pulling on everything at the moment. I can live with that. I can live with that. Thank you very much indeed. Don't know where I need to brake down here. Somewhere about there will do. We have at least got stopped. We're on the outside of, I think that's the Delta still. Okay, another acceleration zone. Here we go. Here goes the Mazda. It is a rapid little rocket ship, this one. We're going to try and get to the inside. Problem is, I want to have a go at the Alpine, but there is a Porsche in the way, and that's very difficult. And also, my car is not very compliant in these corners. Yeah, I'm in an awkward spot here. I really want to clear the skyline, which we have now done. Please don't go firing back up the inside. I don't think they could quite do it. Right. Okay. We have sort of consolidated sixth, which we like, and then we are immediately... It's okay. Well, I was expecting one thing from this car, and I have not got at all what I expected, but I'm okay with that, because I've accidentally built a little rocket ship, and Sebring is a place to bring a little rocket ship in terms of straight line speed, because we're probably going to just breeze past the GTA here. Possibly the Porsche as well, depending on how fast that thing is in a straight line. Yeah, you know what? You two fight each other. The Mazda of speed is going to be past both of you by the time we get to a very bumpy corner. I think we're going to... okay. Run out of speed. Got a little too brave. Little too brave in there. Okay, couldn't quite get away with that one. Oh, someone has gone into the tyre bundle. Oh, on the outside and clonked then the inside. Well, forgot I was not on slicks. Got to remember, in this session, we are not on slick tyres. We do not have the absolutely huge mountains of grip that you would normally. That was an unusual... That Lancia has been very sideways in braking zones before, and I wonder if it got itself sideways in front of a Lambo that could not avoid it. I have no idea, though, on that one. Oh, God, Mazda, behave yourself. I feel like this car is very quick. I do feel like it's quite a handful, and I'm really struggling with it a little bit. It does feel almost inconsistent to drive. Feels very nervous. I just don't have any trust in it. That's the big thing here. I really am not trusting this car. I don't want to go have a big dive. And I do want to have a big dive, but I don't trust that I'm going to get the thing stopped in time. The top two kind of checking out a little bit in this one. If I hadn't made a silly mistake and had got past both of these two previously, where I perhaps should have done, maybe I could go chase after Gliska and whoever is in second place. We are still alongside the GTA, can't do it. We've got the Lambo behind us. Oh, I got a big lift there because the Alpine was in the way. Couldn't quite do it. The Lambo is kind of behind us. The Alpine's locked the rears up, kind of. We're going to try and sort of straight line that one there on the exit, and we are going to punch past that GTA Le Mans there, and that'll move me up into a fourth spot here. Probably don't launch my car across the curbs. We're going to use Grumple ever so slightly as a brake. Not quite what I was meaning to. Apologies, Grumples. They thankfully didn't really compromise Grumples all too much. Right, on to the back straight we go. Porsche with a lot of understeer there. He's going to drag itself wide of the circuit. Now, brake a lot earlier is what we learned last time. Where's that Lambo? See, I feel like that Lambo would probably be quite quick down the straight, but it may kind of match the Mazda. I think oh god, that's so much understeer. Shadow has got to the front. Shadow leading the way. I think they're in an RS2, so I think that's what is now the leader of the race. They are 3 wide behind us. So yeah, I think the Lamborghini may have higher top speed than me, but I get to mine faster. That would be my guess at it. Come on. Come on, Mazda. There we go. Can I chase down Gliska? That is the real question here. We are probably going to run out of laps just simply from the just the race length kind of thing. Had I not had a very silly adventure in the final corner, might have been a different story. Definitely don't think I've got an answer for Shadow by the looks of it. They've just checked out at the front here. We not actually had a great start to this lap. We did a little bit of exploring through there, which I didn't want to be doing. Right, try... Ooh, please try and get slowed down. Got to brake earlier in some of these corners. That's going to hinder our chase of Gliska. Don't do that one. Christ. I mean, we're not going to be under immediate threat. I mean, we've got clear of the pack before, by the looks of it, the pack's going to get very busy again. So that is a bonus. You've really got to... You've kind of got to treat this almost like a point-and-squirt muscle car. That's basically how it gets its lap speed. It's all acceleration. Mid-corner speed, it's not garbage. I wasn't really expecting this from... Well, I mean... I was hoping it was going to be fairly rapid. But, yeah, it's not very good mid-corner. It's good enough. It's not complete garbage. But it's all about the acceleration zones. That is where the little Mazda comes into its own. I guess it is just because it's lighter than everything else it's racing here. Even if it is not very nice to drive. And I'm just going to annoy, I think, the pack of cars behind me. I think I've got similar pace to Gliska, if I could not make any mistakes. No one's really got an answer to Shadow by the looks of it. Shadow's car is monstrous here. No one behind me is going to have much fun dealing with me because I out-accelerate all of them. And then just annoy them in the corners because I don't handle very well. Oh, careful with the bump. Still not got this one right. Still struggling. The Alpine is going to get past there because I did that all wrong. God, I'm not enjoying this track in this car particularly. I don't know Sebring very well, to be honest with you. Wyvern can take a normal line. I'm not actually too fussed. We will try this one around the outside. It's a long way to go. I'm hoping we can just punch off the corner. So we've really held up Wyvern because they had to take sort of that tight inside line. We're going to try and do it again here. We're going to keep the Mazda there. We're going to run out of road. Car Guy is going to find a way through. Oh, right. Come on, Mazda. Wyvern's gone a little bit wide through there. That's going to help Car Guy and it's going to help me immensely. We're going to try and slot a Mazda in the middle. It's 3 wide. Heading down towards the hairpin. Who has got the braking right? Oh, we're going to try and duck underneath. Use the acceleration of the 323 to get it off the corner first, and we will fight our way back past again. Well, it worked. It worked. The Lamborghini is definitely closer to me in terms of straight line speed, but it still does not match the 323's launch off the corners. And now Wyvern's got in that really annoying spot. I've been there many a time myself, where you have a decent handling car, you have a better handling car, and on your own you can set very fast lap times. However, you can't set those very fast lap times when you've got idiots in acceleration cars around you. It's very annoying. For once I am the idiot in the acceleration box. And a really understeery acceleration box at that. Now, we are going to be... I mean, I did want to get turned. I didn't really want to get forced as wide through there as we were. We can now at least sit in the draft of the Lambo. And yeah, I mean, we have just got more drive off those corners than that. Although I have really struggled. I mean, I've struggled... I don't know Sebring very well, which is not helping me here. But I have struggled with this final corner this time around much better. Much better. Still Struggling with mid-corner understeer. Just going to try and boot it and hope the acceleration does the work for us here. It's better around the final corner. We've got another RS2 coming to join. Not sure who's driving that one. Looks like it's Rusky in that one. We will defend into turn number 1. I mean, the more we defend... Oh, the Lambo's just got more grip through that one. Can we spook it into defending unnecessarily down here? No, not quite. Although it don't need to. Car guys gone wide on their own. They will take avoiding action, probably safer. Certainly didn't gain an advantage in that one. There was a wheel sat up on the curb. Lambo's not giving up. We don't want to get in trouble there. We're still going to fight. We'll send the Lamborghini to the outside here. That's fine. Park it. Make it really awkward, which we did. That's what we needed to do. I overshot by a little bit. I wanted to park it better on the apex of that one. It wasn't quite perfect, but it was good enough. It was good enough so that car guys just didn't have a way to get the nose underneath the Mazda. Now, we will get off this corner well. A little bit of sliding from the 323 there. Rusky's very sideways in the background with the RS2. Now, not done this section amazingly well. I'm again hoping we're kind of covering some of our slightly less than great driving with just pure acceleration. That's sort of what we're doing. Whoa. Now, no silliness through here. This time around, we don't leave the same gap that was there in the previous time of asking. I was wary of what the Lambo could do, and the Alpine is still right there. It's right there, but it's not going to be able to do anything because I'm going to run away from both of them, and the Lambo's going to run away from Ivan. So as long as I don't completely butcher up this final corner, which is, I mean, easier said than done here, I think car guy may have tried to send it. Oh god, the understeer is absolutely chronic. It's going to be a drag race to the line here. I think car guy might have it. Come on, Mazda, use your speed. I don't know who got it. I could not take... we just lost out. We just lost out on the final corner by the smallest. Could we have moved the finish line by about, I don't know, 10 meters? Probably all I needed. Yeah. Similar pace to Claire. Not quite. Couldn't quite match the RS2. That is probably doable in the 323. Just I'm not very good there. Is probably the better way to sum it up. But yeah. The 323 is not quite what I expected, but that's quite good. Not a great race. Should have been third, really. Should have done better in the final corner. However, it was a very, very good race indeed. We head to Mugello for our next race. Nice spot on the grid. Very nice spot on the grid for me. We've seen the Mazda is mighty off the line. So I am very much hoping... Oh, do we have a Derek? We might do. There may be a Derek there. I'm hoping if we can be mighty and jump a heap of cars into turn 1, that would be very, very helpful. Now, I know... Oh, Leopard's not got the rear end grip. That one. It's wiggling all over the place. That Silvia is going to have a lot of grip, I would imagine, but it might struggle. It might not be very fast down the straights. We know this is where... Oh, God, yeah. I struggle with a lot of understeer there. We are all about the acceleration, which will potentially make passes easier for me in some ways. You know, all the times I've been stuck with a handling car in battles. So we will outrun everything, but we're going to struggle through here. Mugello is a very twisty track. Well, I like it. I like it more as time has gone on. I never really initially liked it, but I do quite enjoy driving it now. However, yeah, my overtaking is going to have to be done in very, very specific places, and it's going to be down the main straight, really. That's where's going to be our main spot. That Skyline is going to really struggle on that wide line. It's going to be battling away with the Lamborghini, though. If they can keep each other busy, that would be very, very helpful. So this is where I will now be quick all of a sudden. Can we have a go to the inside? It's a bit of a cheeky pass on the Silvia. but we get it stopped, and so we're not brake checking them. I physically cannot take more speed through that section because I just don't have any grip left in the car. Yeah, it was a sneaky dive. It was a clean dive. It was a clean dive to the inside. We got the car stopped. We got the car there. Rusky's going to have a little bit of a look. It's always probably a little bit ambitious. They may have got some assistance from a skyline. I don't know. As we come out of the final corner, though, once more, there goes the speed of the Mazda. The skyline's even slower down the straight. The Lamborghini is possibly a little bit faster than the pair of them. Up ahead of me, Absol with the Evo 3 is up against Shadow's RS2 as we slow down for the first corner. So the skyline is monsters in these corners. They've got so much grip in that thing, but it has no straight line speed. So basically, what we're going to do is annoy it. We're going to be ideally placing our car, sorry I was worried about understeer off, but ideally place our car on every apex of every corner. Don't give Hordes any opportunity to look for a way past. The RS2 looks like it's struggling in a couple of places here. Because again, see, Hordes has got the nose alongside, but it's not it's not quite enough to get through. It'll carry more mid-corner speed than me, but it then cannot finish the job. The RS2 up ahead looks quick, but looks unstable at places through here. Definitely not going to help hitting the grass there for Shadow. We're going to... I mean, Hordes is going to have to look around the outside. I mean, Hordes has got the grip to do this, but then won't have the acceleration down towards this next corner to hold on to this, and I can try... Oh, it's going to try and use the Evo as a wedge. Not going to be able to do that. Oh, going to try and go underneath the skyline. I mean, even if Hordes has got past here, but there's some grass down there. We can put the car on that. Not quite enough. Maybe should have gone back to a normal line, because we're just going to go past Hordes down the start-finish straight anyway. That is the goal for us. We may even get past on the way into the final corner. Right, out of the chicane section we go. Hordes is going to get stuck a little bit against the Evo that's going slightly sideways into this final turn. There is now a lovely gap for me to slot. We got a little crossed up through all of that. Now it is me versus Absol on the drag race. The Evo's not slow down the straight here. Absol's going to get a little bit stuck. I don't think we're catching the skyline quick enough. Yeah, Absol's got nowhere to go. Should have probably gone to the inside in that one. I would much rather have had that as an option if I could have done, but not quite. Yeah, the skyline has just got way too much grip for me to deal with. Now the hope is, I mean, the hope for me and Absol is that Hordes now gets stuck behind an RS2. Clearly you can see how much speed that's got through the corner. I can't match that, but I can outrun it on every acceleration zone. So if Hordes gets to a point where they are unable to utilise all of that extra speed through the corners because they're in the back of an Audi, I am not going to beat... Oh, the Audi's very sideways, though. The Audi's all crossed up through there, but this is a horrible place to try and overtake. Hordes is going to look to do a very similar pass to Shadow as what they did to me, kind of around the outside here. Oh, but yeah, this is the danger. You go to the outside there. If the car on the inside has problems, which Shadow did a little bit there, got a little bit crossed up and got a little bit unsettled, it's very, very difficult. Now, Shadow, I think, is a little bit nicer to drive than my car, possibly, although it actually looks really unsettled through here. The RS2 has not been easy, and Shadow's going to do exactly to Hordes what I tried to do last lap around. They're both going to be on a really tight line. Oh, I don't know if I touched the grass. I might have done. Whichever way happened there, it was very unhappy. We got through that okay. However, yeah, it has cost us a bunch of time. Shadow's really struggling with the RS2. The RS2 is really not having a good time around this track. Hordes has got a little deep into the final quarter, although you can go for that kind of late apex. It won't matter too much. Now, unfortunately for me, as much as we will get a great run out of here, oh, will this be enough? Will this be enough to put Hordes under threat by turn one? The Lamborghini's coming with me here. Hordes is definitely going to have to be a little bit aware. I don't think we're going to be close enough. It'd be a hell of a dive from back here, and we know that skyline's super good under brakes and super good in the corners. The RS2's had a go, but not got that one stopped in time. We're going for kind of like a late apex there, because I know I've really got to try and set it up through here. I can't get away. No, I just cannot carry the speed. I can't do it. Unfortunately for me, what we really needed was the Skyline to get held up by the RS2, and it just simply wasn't. The RS2 did not seem to be enjoying. Weirdly, my car, I've had handling concerns at some of the other tracks we've gone to. It actually felt much better here. Maybe it's a smoother circuit. Maybe the bumps of previous were what did it in. So actual handling-wise, we're not too bad. However, yeah, you know, we haven't got an answer for the grip in the Skyline, and honestly, I'm not sure if we've got an answer for the grip in the Lamborghini. Yeah, I can't get across in time to really defend this one. Car guy, oh, actually, squeezed a little bit too much there. Sorry, that was, yeah, I came across a bit more than I actually intended on that one. You know, what we're going to do is I'm just going to give a lift, because, yeah, the nose was alongside, and I kind of, yeah, turned it on it. So, that's, yeah, my bad. Through there. Now, we are hopefully going to be able to fight back, though, against the Lambo. We are not bad through the chicane, which is helpful. Final corner I've got to not make a mistake into. Oh, like that. Oh, did not like that curb. Typical. I say not make a mistake. To be fair, that was not really much of a mistake on that one. That was the faintest of brushes. So typical, I say about this car being more... in the most part, it feels better. Although we also saw Shadow having those issues with the RS2 as well. Very similar issues, I think, is what upset the RS2. Is the just brushing an outside curb and the car's letting go. Not quite sure what causes that. I mean, yeah, I've come across it in other vehicles before, but never quite to this extreme extent that I've got it with the Mazda here. Oh, we are using absolutely every bit of the circuit that we can. Final lap of the race here. Can we find a way to get the little Mazda back onto the podium? Oh, didn't like that curve there either. The RS2, there's a big fight going on behind. Another Skyline and the Silvia are having their own little battle there. You see, the Audi is quicker than me down the straight, or very similar to me down the straight. We're faster than the Lambo, but it's not big differences. All three of these cars are actually pretty evenly matched. Shadow, a little bit wrong through that corner. Car guy going for one hell of a pass. Great stuff from the Lamborghini there. That is a very, very difficult pass to do, and done, executed very, very well indeed. And now the thing to watch out for, though, is the RS2 being quick off this corner, as is the Mazda, although we are going to be fighting the Audi rather than fighting the Lamborghini. Oh. Again, we've got the back end letting go on me from just running that tiny bit wide, and it just doesn't want to stick. Oh, that curb there is wrong. All manners of wrong. All wrong through there. It hit the first part and it bobbled horribly everywhere. We are not going to be close enough to do anything about the cars ahead anyway, as we head into the final corner of this one. Yeah, Hordes will win. Could not fend off from the Skyline. It just had too much grip. And then, yeah, curb-related death gave me some problems later on. Good race, fun battle. But, yeah, one brush on the curb, a couple of brushes on the curb, actually, and a couple of awkward spots caused some huge, huge problems for the Mazda. Was, yeah, weirdly nicer to drive in some ways, but, yeah, curb death definitely did occur. I've got to say, I liked my Mazda. I very much liked my Mazda. This is another one of these where I build a car, and I have an idea of how it's going to be, and I'm completely wrong. Didn't intend for this to be an acceleration box particularly. I ended up using it because it was the only one I really liked how it drove. But yeah, it was very, very fun. No idea why. We actually had some of the least horsepower out of anything here. But it was just sublime down the straight. It was so quick. So yeah, a bit difficult to drive. I feel like a better tuner could probably sort out the slightly bizarre handling characteristics that were catching me out. I couldn't really get it to cooperate myself. But... yeah, it was a mighty, mighty quick car. It was a mighty quick car indeed. So, very, very happy with that one. Just, yeah, it was quick in a way I didn't really foresee. But there we go. There we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign up section and you can register to take part in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.